hard boner in your face. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, fuck yes!
I think it's time.
Oh, bring it out.
Fucking hard pumps.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit and a half.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I came in my face. Oh, my God. Yeah! Yeah!
More. I took it all right.
Popped it. Bam! Bam!
Cream pie.
Oh, yeah! Take it, baby! Yeah! Yeah! Bam! Bam!
Oh, yeah, gimme, baby, gimme. Pow, 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 pow.
That's called tearing a pussy up. I like doing that. You like watching that?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Oh, yeah! Take it, baby!
Welcome to the KiseCast After Hours podcast, episode 13, the Fetish Cast, continued. Let me apologize right now for the background noise. I am recording this while I drive to work, so there's my car horn. We had no special guests in this episode, but I figured I had enough time for us to do a community segment. Why not have everyone get together and do sort of like a mini episode? And honestly, we're going to do these from time to time. Just pick a topic, a fun topic, and roll with it. So for this one, we continued Cameron's episode, which was all about fetishes. Truth be told, there's a lot of people in our community that are interested in talking about fetishes, and there is a plethora of fetishes that we can talk about. And my God, we had a great time in this episode. There was lots of laughs, lots of not safe for work content here, guys. In case you couldn't tell by that long intro of the guy fucking his fleshlight. But anyway, guys, this episode was so much fun. A huge thank you goes out to the community who showed up. And after you guys are done listening and laughing along with us, please be sure that you click their links down below in the description doobly-doo. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all later.
I was totally cool with doing a continuation of the Fetish podcast for kind of two reasons. One being that everybody was still really interested, and reason number two, this is kind of childish on my part. I found a year-old 4chan thread archive, and it was all about this guy who has a fetish for, and I quote, women contemplating dogs' knees.
What? What does that even mean?
Why is that a thing?
What does that mean, though? I don't get it.
He shared in the thread, he shared these photos that he had made where he combined pictures of beautiful women kind of in a contemplative state, and next to them, they were thinking of dogs' knees, like images of dogs' knees.
Oh, weird.
And...
Well,
he gave a reason why. He gave a story. It was kind of long and detailed. I forget exactly what it was all about. Didn't quite understand, but it was so elaborate that everyone in the thread was like, this is so messed up, but it kind of makes sense in a way. And he admitted, like, 100%, he's like, I know it's fucked up, and I can't fully explain it, but it's something that I get off to. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, I kind of want to do another episode about fetishes.
That's weird.
There were a lot of people that said that they wanted to join today, and I guess now they can't make it, which is totally fine. I'm glad that we have the group here, which I'm going to introduce really quick, and that is, you're just my co-host now at this point, Jess. My co-host, Jess and Nadia. And then joining us is Red. I'm always happy to have Red on board.
What's up?
And then we have 3 new faces that haven't joined us. We have Josh, Coral Tides.
Hello.
Josh. We have Jimon. What's your user? Is it Skull Kid?
Drunky.
Ah, that's it, yes. Sorry. And then we have Clara, Crazy Clara.
Hi.
Clara, we name dropped you in the last episode. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Oh no, I didn't watch it yet. I'm sorry. I just got off
Don't
on
apologize.
vacation.
You're okay.
Oh, yeah, you went on vacation. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
before
name
that.
dropped you. We were talking about people from Indiana.
Oh
Yay.
yeah.
Jess and Red, they were in the previous episode, and they discussed what fetishes we have. So,
That was like the
Red?
perfect
Someone's shaving their hair.
Was it a vibrator?
That was just my washing machine.
oh, okay.
Phantom washing machine.
So, do either of you 3 want to talk about fetishes that you guys have? And if you don't want to talk about it, that's totally fine. I mean, we have other content we can cover.
Before we start, I have to apologize for Nadia, like I always do.
Oh, it's okay.
Uncontrollable.
Yeah, I already told you about, my fetishes, like, in the last episode and shit, But, there's one thing I still cannot get over from the last episode.
What's that?
I believe you told me about a fetish where fucking people collect STDs.
Yes,
Yeah.
bug chasers.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yes, that is a thing. I found something else. It was from Reddit, where there was an article all about bug chasers and how the fetish of bug chasing is becoming an issue because now some bug chasers are purposefully going out and spreading their STDs without telling you. Yeah.
Oh God.
So wear protection, folks.
Fucking
Oh,
Yeah, it's bad.
I recently found out that queefing porn is a thing. Recently.
what?
Queefing porn?
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe that.
I thought guys were grossed out by that stuff, but no, I can't believe there's something wrong with it.
What the fuck is that?
You don't
Wait,
know what queefing is? Oh my gosh, no.
I know what queefing is, but what the fuck is that all about?
I have no idea.
There's
I
some
just-
weird things out there.
Yeah.
I saw these people on YouTube it was called React to Porn, and they bleeped everything out though. And they were watching, they stumbled upon queefs just because, and they were going, there was a guy that would purposely try to get her to queef, and then he said something like, "Oh, you can make a bunch of money out of this if you did this at parties." And then she goes, "Really?" And he goes, "Fuck no."
I've heard of stranger things.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, some of the stuff that I've read about queefing is almost kind of tame at this point.
True.
I've heard of a fetish to do with Shrek.
Shrek? Oh,
Shrek.
I
That's really a
No,
fetish.
it's one that way you have to dress up as Shrek while in sex.
Shrek himself is a fetish at this
Like
point.
green body paint and everything.
Well, it's not that weird. There's
Cosplay.
like the cosplaying and stuff.
But Shrek, like, he's meant to be so gross.
Yeah.
to be fair,
It's weird.
Fiona's pretty cute. And I think Shrek is cute too, though. But
Yeah,
in a charming way.
They queued up Fiona as best they can. But still.
Can we not talk about Shrek? It's so unattractive. I didn't even like that movie when I was little. I hate that movie.
There's something I'd like to talk about.
Sure.
Sure.
Now, this might be disgusting, so
I'm gonna warn you now, but I read this fucking fan fiction or whatever, and it was about this boy who apparently fantasizes about Shrek, right?
Okay.
Okay, more Shrek.
And you know, Shrek, he comes out of nowhere and starts fucking the shit out of this boy, right?
Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Yeah, that's Shrek is love.
Why are you reading that?
There's like 5 of those, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a really good one on YouTube where someone used the
Gary's mod.
Gmod,
the
or
mod.
yeah, Gary's mod.
Yeah, but this one I heard, this fucking story talking about, oh, he spread his onion-flavored cum all over my body.
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus.
What has this world come to? I mean, when you want to fuck Shrek, you know that humanity's just
Yeah,
Have
no
you ever
kidding.
seen those R. Crumb drawings?
Which ones?
All of them?
Just all art crumb?
I mean,
all of them.
weird gross fetishes have been around, like, it's more so because it's on the internet, so everybody did it, but it's
Yeah.
always been around.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when I was growing up, to me the weirdest fetish that I had was liking anime, like anime hentai. Like
Yeah.
I thought that was a weird fetish, and then with the presence of the internet, everyone can spread these stranger fetishes that pull more people in and get way more exposure. But
Haven't-
oh, go ahead. No, you're fine.
Haven't you ever heard, I don't forget how old it is, but like, it's like on everywhere on the internet, I think. It was like this story of like these real cannibals, where they had like their own site, and this guy would ask for victims to eat, and these people would
Oh,
reply.
Cannibal Cafe.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
man.
I've heard a little about that before.
Yeah, it's weird.
But it's weirder because these people were like, cool, okay, like,
Oh, okay, I'll just die. Oh, why not? I just feel like today I want to die.
that's the thing about the internet, like, one weirdo comes along, and then the other weirdos gather, and they make these little communities. That's how come even with
Little
like,
weird hives.
even like with pedophiles, like they're all over. Like,
Oh
they-
yeah.
One appears and the other one's cluster, and they make this community.
You know, we didn't really touch on pedophilia in the last fetish cast, but
Well,
like
there's more to that than just a fetish. Like that's like, I think, someone like they're mentally wrong, because some of them don't want to be attracted to children, but they are,
right.
and they don't want to be, like they don't like it, but they just are.
I heard a really I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one of them that I really like is called This American Life. They pick a topic and they pick like 3 or 4 different stories, and one of them was all about the brain.
Yeah.
And they talked to this guy who he had brain surgery at the age of like, I think he was in his mid-30s, and
Yeah.
after he had his brain surgery, he actually, when he walked out of the hospital, he could not explain why all of a sudden he was attracted to children. And
Oh my god!
yeah, exactly. And they actually, he got busted for child porn. This was several years later. He and his wife were at home. The FBI busted down the door. They seized his computer, and they found all the child porn. Well, when he went to court, he explained, like, look, I was never into this before. I had brain surgery, and all of a sudden it was a thing, and I couldn't stop it. It was like an addiction. And so they looked into it, and they talked to the guy that actually did the brain surgeon that actually worked on him, and he explained. He said, "Look, where he had a tumor and where we did the operation, that was in a very sensitive area that controls his his arousal and controls like his serotonin releases and all that. So we tinkered with that, and we may have actually screwed him up."
Yeah.
And now he has to take a pill that basically makes his sex drive non-existent. So
Yeah.
God.
I've seen a documentary like that too, but it was like the guy would actually get like a shot to like take away like all of his sex drive, and then
yeah,
they slowly give him some, like when he gets his sexual drive taken away, he gets to associate with women, or whatever preference he is. And then they would slowly give back his sexual drive once he gets comfortable with women again. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's fucked up though.
I'd rather take the pill. I don't want to get injected for that.
But that also brings up the topic with like Shotokan and like Lolicon.
Yeah. See, then that's the thing that I was gonna ask you guys. Like, what are your opinions on the Lolita stuff and the Shota stuff?
It kind of creeps me out, and it's really bad because I like traps.
It's a trap!
And when I look up trap stuff, it goes into Shota, like Shota territory. It's like,
Yeah, sometimes traps and shotas are kind of synonymous.
Yeah, really.
they're part of one and the same, but like, I can't. And then there's like ToddlerCon, I'm like, no.
No, I don't know this.
You don't know what ToddlerCon is?
It's like Lolicon and Shotokan, but toddlers.
It's toddlers. Old
Even
men.
more pedophile.
Holy shit.
Younger children.
Wow.
Pedophilia intensifies.
Yeah, I found out what it was a few months ago, and my friend was like, I'm scarred for life because somebody told me what ToddlerCon is, and I'm like, what's ToddlerCon? And then she's like, don't look it up. And I'm like, I'm gonna look it up because I'm stupid.
I've never heard of that. Is this, and I'm sorry if I'm misunderstanding, is this a convention?
I don't think it's a convention.
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, it's Shota and Lolicon.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Younger.
Right, I'm
Because those are
misunderstanding.
normally like, 12, 14, 10-year-olds?
I don't want to know what a toddler convention would be like. I do not want to know what that would be like.
Please, they should not exist ever.
Yeah, I misinterpreted the con with the Japanese suffix con to convention con.
No.
That was pretty stupid on my part.
Well, I'm just gonna open it.
Can I actually just talk about this for a second? Like, there's this hentai site that I know, right? And it used to have, all types of, hentai shit on it, lollies, and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, recently, they got rid of, like, any traces of lolly and Shota hentai from that site. And I'm like, why the fuck did they remove it all of a sudden?
Advertising. A lot of advertisers will pull from a website if they find out that Loli or Shota are hosted on the website.
Like, I'm not, like, really into, lollies and that shit, but still, to me, it's like, censoring shit, and I fucking hate censoring.
Yeah, but it's a touchy subject because most people who will look at that shit, they might. I'm not saying everybody because it is a fantasy shit. It is a risky thing. There are people that might want to have that in their real life.
Yeah.
And that's really not okay.
Right. I know a couple of people who they're really into loli, but they admit that they're not into human children, they're just into the stories and the anime girls, which to me is like, okay, that's fine.
They act like little teenagers who are just small. And
Right.
Mm-hmm. And in fantasy, they could be anything. They could be dog people, for all you know, and dog people don't really exist. Seriously.
Like I said, I don't really, mind the lowly stuff because it's just fantasy shit. It's not like like real children shit. Because honestly, there is nothing sexy about fucking children.
Right.
Well, exactly.
Exactly.
The main drawback for me, and this is a really long story, but I'm going to condense it. When I was 16, I met a friend of mine who, he lived just down the road from me, and it was a guy that I'd never really met before, and all of a sudden we realized we had a lot in common. And so I started hanging out with him a lot more, and this was around the point where, dial-up modems were starting to pop up everywhere. So he had the internet. My family didn't have the internet yet. And so I went to his place to hang out. And like I said, let me reiterate, we were 16. And he showed me a whole bunch of porn that he had on his computer, and it was all child porn. But at the time we were 16, and he kept telling me, no, all the girls on these videos, they're like 10 and 12, and like, we're only 16, so it's not that different. But I was like, I don't know, man, this is really fucked up to me. So, anyway, I told my parents, and my parents called the town police, and they confiscated the guy's computer, and I think that they did arrest his dad. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was a huge scandal. And he hated me for it because I told on him. I ratted him out. But I was like, dude, this is kind of fucked up. Even when we're 16, I don't want to see young girls, have sex, even if it looks like they're... I'm not going to go into further detail about it, but that's the main reason why I'm like, that really turned me away from anything related to Lolicon. And I also really like watching To Catch a Predator, so...
I love that show.
I fucking love... I still watch those on YouTube.
Chris Hansen's just amazing.
Speaking of that, did y'all see that one Boondocks episode with Chris Hansen in it?
You came looking for sex with an underage boy?
Oh, no, I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
A man's butt? Excuse me?
Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Hansen. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference. Now, I tell you what. I like you, and I want you. Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working. Someone get this guy out.
Oh, man, you ruined that bite. No, Chris, I'm a warrior.
Oh, yeah, we're great.
I'm a warrior.
That shit was hilarious.
That was amazing.
Sorry if anyone listening or if anyone in here is into Lolicon. I don't mean to like bash people who like Loli or Shota.
It's just a risky thing.
It's very risky,
Yeah.
and I guess it is kind of a touchy subject, but I thought I'd just bring that up and talk about it for a sec.
One thing I found out is that I saw people on some anime thread or something like that argue about lollies, particularly lolicon and lolitas, the girls. And some guy said that Patenko was not lolly, and that basically two guys arguing. One guy was arguing that Patenko was Lolita, and then the other guy said, no, it's not. By the way, does anybody know what Patenko is?
I don't.
No.
Patenko
May have heard of it.
It's an anime term for a girl, like an average age anime girl, not young, but she has a flat chest. Not small breasts, but just flat. Like, I'm trying to think of a good...
Konata.
Yes!
Perfect.
Konata, that's perfect. I was about to say that.
Yeah, we can hear you, Jamal.
Oh, sorry. I think I had it on mute. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
Okay.
Hold on, you mean the girl from Lucky Star?
Yeah.
Double top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just been a thing that's been interesting me a lot.
Yeah, I think that's when you get into the, what is it, what's the quote, flat chests are delicious, or whatever the people like to say. Like, you do kind of, you kind of get into the guys who like flat chests, but you really can't differentiate, is this girl just flat-chested, or is she a loli? You know?
It depends on what grade she is, basically, I think, or if she's even in school at all.
Yeah, and then that gets really confusing.
I once saw this anime where, like, literally the entire cast were lollies.
I think I may know what you're talking about.
Please no.
I forgot the name of it, but I remember seeing it, I was like, what the fuck?
And what were they doing?
I think I may know what you're talking about. Were they in 4th grade, and did one of the girls had a crush on their teacher, and she kept on, like, pulling her pants up and, like, trying to play with herself in front of him and stuff like that? I know you're thinking of something else.
I've heard of that. No.
It's
creepy.
yeah, that was her.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the name of it is either, but I've heard of it.
Don't look it up, though.
I get really hesitant when looking up anything when it comes to Lolita and Shota, and I just don't want it in my browser history.
That's why I always use incognito.
If your browser history, you need to just get a new computer. You need to get your current computer, and you need to burn it in holy fire.
Just get rid of it. Or even better,
and then feed it to pigs.
Yeah,
even better.
Now, one thing that we were talking about quite a bit in the previous episode was like fetishes that we kind of get tired of seeing within the Kisekai community. And I know that we harped a lot on bimbos, and I did get one note about, a guy who does a lot of bimbo stuff, and he listened to the podcast, and he was a little mildly annoyed with how much we were bashing bimbos.
But we're allowed to our opinion.
We are.
Yeah.
And one thing that I told him was, I may not be into the whole bimbo, that whole fetish, but one thing that I do like, I don't know if it counts as bimbos, is the Ganguro, and that's
It's so cute!
Yeah, I don't know if that really constitutes as being bimbo or bimbofication. I don't really know.
It's like exactly the same almost, though.
Almost, I guess.
Almost.
It's
Very
not like a
similar.
tradition or lifestyle per
close to a
se.
no cigar.
So I don't know if that can kind of retaliate some of the bashing that we did about bimbos. I mean, it may not be our thing, but some of us are, I don't know.
He shouldn't get mad. Because
Yeah,
obviously, if bimbos are so popular, there's a lot of people that like it.
Yeah. And
there's more of the percentage of people liking it who will agree with him.
Why
than
should a
other
few
people are like, oh, I don't know.
Why
No,
should
it
other
shouldn't
people
matter.
behind a computer screen matter?
Right. Well, I mean, I guess, and that's the other thing that I told him was like, look, the whole draw of the episode is we're not out to bash everybody. We're out to have fun and talk about this stuff. And while we may complain about seeing an overpopulation of a certain fetish within the community, that's not us saying everyone should stop. It's just us saying yeah, we see a lot of this, and I don't know, it kind of gets old, I guess.
Yeah.
Is there any fetish that you guys are kind of tired of seeing at all?
I would like to speak about one of them.
Sure.
Well, it's I don't really mind it, but I keep seeing it a lot, and you might have heard of this inflation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that stuff, and I get kind of tired of seeing it because it's kind of become watered down a little bit, if you
It's everywhere.
understand.
See that everywhere.
Before the internet was a beautiful place, inflation was just a 1-2 thing. A cartoon, beautiful games, right?
Right.
I would say, we all know Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yep. So quiet.
Oh man, you sound really distant. I think there might be.
Are you in a different room?
No.
Okay.
Sadly. I was saying he gets stung by a bee and he's just inflated. Yeah, see, that would be kind of funny.
Like that. Yeah.
It's cartoons, but now it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Even, it sounds weird too, what kind of a person, I'm not saying to be offensive, but how do you get turned on by someone inflating their body like a balloon?
It's what people like. It's like the same thing happens. There are people who have scat fetishes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm guilty of that.
Oh, yeah!
Well, there you go. But I don't understand how people have scat fetishes, so there you go.
No, I'm honestly not bashing, but...
No. And I agree. That's actually why, that's why I'm so intrigued by the topic of fetishes, because I do like to understand what it is, why somebody likes it. Kind of like in the last episode, I talked a little bit more in depth about why I find glasses to be a fetish. I think women in glasses, honest to God, you can take you can take an ugly girl, put glasses on
her, and she's just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm instantly attracted to her, and I can't fully explain it, but it just kind of, that's just how it is for me. And
the kind of glasses, or
what's that?
How your icon has glasses, or can it be like swirly glasses?
Like, yeah, any kind of like the anime swirly glasses, sunglasses, even like oh god, I can't remember Yoko, how she has the visor. Like, I think even that makes her attractive. Like, I don't know, I don't fully understand it. I don't know if it's like a thing for accessories, if it's something that accentuates the eyes, because I think eyes are beautiful too. That's one reason that I really got into anime, was because I love eyes. Yeah, eyes. Yeah, I think eyes can be gorgeous.
I'm kind of guilty of the whole glasses thing as well.
I knew Josh was.
Yeah, I never really met a person with a glasses fetish. Nope.
I can't fully explain it. I know some people have commented on my stuff before about, like, dude, what's with you and glasses? Like, every girl has glasses. I don't know why. I don't know. Really weird.
We're all weird in our own ways.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you guys don't mind me asking just for a second, Clara, do you want to talk about this? Because I know that inflation is kind of your thing.
Sure. I don't mind at all.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, do you have, like, maybe a source for why you find inflation to be a fetish, or why it's your thing?
The best answer I can give you is that I just always liked it ever since I was little. I don't know where it stemmed from. I just liked the idea of... Because I think that everybody has, like, a natural admiration for anything that's circle-shaped or a round shape or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And I think that a fetish is something that you're probably born with, like a sexuality, and depending on what you are. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I mean, there are certain things that I like. When I was little, I liked that scene from Willy Wonka. Mm-hmm. Now I don't really like it so much. Unless the girl is inflating and then she has boobs that inflate with her, so it's like a big circle with a huge pair of boobs on it. I don't like it when it's just a perfect circle anymore.
I see.
Oh, and also when I was little, I liked the idea of being pregnant, but I mean, it just fascinated me a lot as a child, and then it soon grew into something more. And then, I think like almost 2 years ago, my boyfriend, who is into the same stuff as I am, he introduced me to vor. Now, he is very picky when it comes to vor, and he's like, why don't you try an RP with me, a roleplay with me? And I'm like, okay, sure. And I'm like, wow, I really like this. This is just like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that was one thing that we... Oh, hey, Juan Pablo just joined us.
Oh, hello.
You said that so, like, sexy.
That's how I say it to anyone I know.
One thing that we had talked about in that podcast was, it was kind of the science of how some people develop fetishes, and kind of touching on what you mentioned, there are some people who are just kind of inherently like, this is my thing, right? And there are some people who get conditioned to it, right?
Yeah.
There are some people that are easily conditioned into fetishes, and then there are some people who are not as easily conditioned. So I guess a good example is how your boyfriend said, hey, let's try this out. You guys had a fun, I'm going to guess, intimate RP. And because of that, your brain made this connection like, oh, this is arousing. I like this. And then, so you have the type of brain that is a little more easier to mold when it comes to fetishes. And so there are some people, I'm going to say myself, where I really don't have a lot of fetishes, and it's hard for me to find myself attached to new fetishes.
Yeah, could I just speak about one thing?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not sure why, but for some reason, I like seeing girls, wearing socks and stuff.
Socks?
Yeah. I've seen that.
I've seen that.
Foot fetishes.
So
No, I think there is a whole fetish about
Strange
socks.
though. How many times have you seen like in normal like situations where like either if it's just like sexy pictures or like porn pictures, like they're always wearing like stockings.
Mm-hmm.
But I think those are kind of like leg fetishes too. Like they like legs.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of connection there.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, when I got older, I got really, I had a weird, like, I think I was about 9 or 10, maybe 12. I had a weird obsession with butts and boobs. Like big butts and big boobs and everything like that. And that's when I started watching anime stuff. So I was like, this is really nice. And I mean, I wasn't that type of girl to stuff my bra or anything like that because I didn't care about what anybody thought. But I just liked the idea.
Do you kind of associate that a little bit with your inflation, maybe, or vice versa?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay.
Because I like butt expansion and I like breast expansion too.
Ah, I see.
I guess the reason why I don't really have any fetishes is because for the longest time I thought there was something wrong with me. I just don't find, like, I don't have, like, I always thought maybe I was, like, asexual, but I'm not asexual because I am attracted to, like, men and certain types of men. But I think I'm, like, more, like, on the gray area.
Right.
So that's the reason why I just don't really have any fetishes.
Yeah, I did read that there is kind of an association. It's not with everybody, so I don't want to typecast everybody, but if you do have a lot of fetishes, you tend to have a higher sex drive as opposed to somebody who really, they don't have a lot of fetishes. They do tend to have low sex drives.
It's nice.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I have a friend who's like that.
With not many fetishes or a lot of fetishes?
No, with a lot.
Yeah.
He's very public about it.
Yeah.
We have some guys. I was hoping that Jay could make it. He sent me a message at the last minute saying that he couldn't make it because his internet is shut down right now. But Jay is very open with fetish talk and everything, and this is one topic that really interests him.
Jay is my buddy.
And then there's Jix. Jix has like a laundry list of. There are times I've talked to Jix and he's like listed, I'm into this, I'm into this, I'm into this. I'm like, wow, man. And I think it's really interesting because he can even, like, he can associate, this is why I like this one and this is why I like this one. So to me, it's fascinating. I love this stuff. But what about you, Josh? Do you have any fetishes that you can think? I know glasses are a thing for you too.
Yeah, there's that. I can't really think of any, but I have read about a very strange one, and this doesn't apply to me, but a very strange one about inanimate objects, and a girl being sexually attracted to the Berlin Wall.
Listen. Haven't you ever seen that? There used to be a show, the guy was in love with his car.
Yes.
Laying in his car and
Yeah, but
you know
attracted to the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
And then I think there was like another lady who like loved the Eiffel Tower, so she married
I've heard that story.
Yep. There was a girl. She still has this love for like I think it was a Ferris wheel or something like that, and it was a Ferris wheel that had been shut down, and it was all rusted, and she bought it and repurposed it, and she visits it all the time. I think it was in that same documentary.
There is this another one. The woman was in love with Mickey Mouse. Like, just in general, Mickey Mouse. Like, she admitted that she was, like, in love with Mickey Mouse. So she, like, always went to Disneyland. Her husband loved her so much, they have, like, 2 houses. They have, like, one with all of her Mickey Mouse stuff in it, and the other one he lives in. And it was like, oh my god.
Holy shit.
Hey, yeah.
That's some devotion right there.
Yeah, no kidding. What's up, Red?
He probably has tons of sex toys.
Wow.
Yes, Red.
Yeah, I swear to God, I once read this kind of fucked up fan fiction, right? And the fanfic was about Okay, you guys know Rainbow Dash?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Is this brony stuff?
I have friends who are, a lot of friends that are bronies, so I'm used to all this stuff.
Yeah, this fan fiction, this was about Rainbow Dash being in love with a kitchen sink.
I have heard that. I have read that fanfic. Oh yeah, and then at the end, surprise ending, she gets tetanus.
And then maybe the sink, he'll be like, Rainbow Dash, I don't really have tetanus. I just wanted to see if you would still stay with me if I did have tetanus.
Oh my god.
It's an actual inanimate object, just a sink. It's like, not sentient in any way. She's just diagnosed you have tetanus.
Holy shit.
I thought you meant that as a joke.
No, it's actually at the end of it.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a real fanfic.
Yep.
How did you come across this?
Honestly, I was on YouTube looking up some,
Fanfic.
fanfics that people, read, on YouTube, and I came across this one. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Have you guys read
Say that one again?
5 Moves Along?
Oh,
No.
not that. Please no. I just kind of find cringe funny.
How much?
So I just kind of search for bad fanfics.
Me too.
I found it that, someone was reading it on YouTube, and I was like, what the f is this?
Well, speaking of that, I think that's a good transition. So, this is what I had in store for this episode. So, in the previous episode, I listed 5 of, the most unusual fetishes that I could find. But while I was looking for unusual fetishes, I came across, a large, huge number of internet forums that only had, 20 people or 15 people joined in these forums. Where they were sharing tales or fantasies about their fetishes. So of all the weird, sick and depraved shit that I ran into, a few of the posts I actually took screenshots of and saved, and a few of them I found on somethingawful.com. I kind of felt the need, I need to share these at some point with you guys. So I figured if we did another episode based on fetishes, that's when I would really dish these fuckers out. So, what I'm gonna do...
Some cringe.
Yeah, so these are very cringy things. I'm gonna read the first one, and if you guys want to volunteer to read these, I can send them to you, and you can read them.
Link that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I have them all typed up on a Word document, so I can copy and paste them to you.
Excellent.
So, and I'm also gonna focus on the grammatical errors. Because I think the grammatical errors make them even more hilarious. I don't know if you guys can share this humor with me or not. One thing that I absolutely fucking love, I don't watch a lot of porn, but when I do stumble upon porn, I love reading the dumb shit that people comment.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It is
I'm a 21-year-old guy who's waiting for it.
I love it. I love all these dumbass comments where a guy's just like, I'd ram my 12 inches into that tight puss. And I'm just like,
Oh my god.
fucking gross.
It's either something like that, or someone tries to start a roleplay.
Yeah!
Oh,
God. Before I get into this one isn't really gross. The reason that I want to start with this one is because his post sent me on this journey to a world of pornography that I never knew existed. And I don't know if this is exactly what he was referencing, but when I googled it, the shit that I found was the funniest garbage I have ever listened to in my entire life. Hang on, here we go.
Just remembering all that, I mean, look at my pussy, doctor. Oh, doctor. See how it's dripping? Oh, that's when you know I'm hot.
Well, I'm up to fat while you're telling the pet I beat off 3 times.
What is this?
Bring it out here on the floor. Look at this.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. You can't even report.
Gently. Keep away from my balls. Don't touch it. They're gonna burst in just a second. If you were to touch, I bet it'd go off like, you shouldn't have touched it. I told you. I'm sorry I splattered all over your face. Got the dog. Got the finger. Don't touch the balls.
Hello, my name is Kathy Firth. I have an appointment to see the dentist.
Is this your first visit, Kathy?
Yes, it is.
Who referred you to us?
Barbara Ames.
Oh, Barbara.
Yes?
Dr. Moeller, Kathy Firth is here as a new patient?
Oh, let me. Are you allergic to any anesthetics?
No, but I must warn you, numbs one part of my body but awakens another.
Really? Well, let me examine you further. Aha, it seems there's another cavity that needs filling. Ooh, I'm preparing a special kind of aphrodisiac gas.
I'm afraid.
Oh, don't be.
No.
Now, how does it feel?
Oh, doctor. Oh, yeah, I can taste the juices of your pulsating cock. Oh, yeah, I love it in my mouth. It's so big. Oh, doctor, so big. I'm going to try to take all of you, every inch of your rock hard prick. Oh.
Take my
so
balls
good.
into your mouth. Take the balls, and that's it. And do figure eights with your tongue. Let me adjust the chair real quick here.
Makes my mouth water.
Suck me. Suck me harder, you bitch. Now let me thrust myself into your mouth. Let me gorge you with my oversized manhood until you beg me to come torrents of hot sperm. Oh, yeah. Let it drip from my shaft down your throat, quenching your desire for my steaming liquid. Yes!
Give it to me. Give it all to me. Press it harder against my teeth. Yeah, it's so good. So delicious. Bittersweet. Oh, so hot. It's the biggest man I've ever been with. Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Harder, that's it. Oh, yes, a drink from my rod. Oh, yes.
That sounded like something that they put in a skit in a comedy show. That did not sound like something to do with a sexual fetish at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
She sounded like she was dying.
Sounded like she was melting.
So what?
Oh, she was melting.
Yeah. So what this guy's fetish is, and this is the best part. The audio comes from 70s 8-track porno tapes. It's these guys who make the women, they inject them and make them like super overly horny.
You see that in a lot of hentai.
You do kind of see it. It's kind of a common thing, but the best part about it is that it was an audio format from the 70s. So it's like you just heard the acting is fucking deplorable.
Very.
Oh, do you know what that reminded me of? And I just randomly heard of it like a week ago.
What's that?
They like put these guys before they fuck the girl. They like crack an egg inside her. I'm like, what?
What?
Oh,
wow.
Is that
egg lubricant?
Salmonella or something?
I saw a disgusting porn on that one react to porn video that I mentioned earlier about the queefs. It was called McDonald's Fisting, and it started off with these two women. They looked like MILFs, but they were making out with each other, and they had McDonald's on a table, and one of them starts fingering the other. Well, one of them starts fingering one of them, and then starts fingering her with a chicken nugget, and then she.
How did I know that was coming?
Oh, the best part is that she dips her hand into like this shake thing, like a pink-looking shake, and then pulls her hand right inside her hole, and I'm like, oh, bitch, you're gonna get a yeast infection from that.
I know.
How's going on? Jesus, take the wheel.
We're losing reality. We are 26 seasons of, I don't even know.
How is that that would create an infection, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Maybe that's why they said, bitch, you're gonna get a yeast infection.
I hope they were paid a lot of money for their...
I hope they did too. It looked like the home video. It looked amateur though, so I don't think they'll get paid very much.
Well, a lot of things like,
you know, $1 per chicken nugget.
they don't get paid as much as they should for their illnesses.
Oh, hey, Chicks.
Jake.
Sorry I'm late.
He still sounds like the guy from Venture Brothers.
Hey! Ignore me!
Ignore me!
Ignore me!
Didn't you say that before?
Yeah, but you still sound like it. So I'm gonna say it again.
What were you saying, Red?
I fucking forgot what I was gonna say now.
Sorry.
The chicken nuggets were too mesmerizing, the thought of it.
McFisting. Going to a McDonald's near you.
I like chicken nuggets, but not that much.
Well, Jix, you're just joining us. I was about to read some forum posts that I found. But anyway.
What a weird time to be alive.
But anyway, the website that I pulled this one from is all about satin fetish.
Satin?
Satin, like the material of satin.
Oh, material! I love
These guys get off on the feeling of material, which is satin, and the thread.
Already.
The thread title that he made.
I can just imagine what these forum posts go like. Is it just me, or am I the only one who fucking loves satin?
So this guy's thread title was Satin Freeball and Hard-Ons, and the user's name is Hot Satin Man.
Oh God!
Hot Satin
Man.
And he
sounds like a music video.
He says, I'm close to I'm gonna read this in a voice. I'm close to 60 years old. Been freeballing in satin shorts all my life since I was 16. That's not all your life if you've been doing it since you were 16.
Damn.
Part of the fun is constant stimulation of the satin on my cockhead.
Dear Lord, help me!
I'm an in-shaped bi-bear kinka guy. He says kinka. I think he meant kinda.
Kinka.
Lots of hair and a full beard. It's great when my pubes are showing through the material when I'm freeballing.
This sounds like
Also, I love to leave the front unbuttoned and open all the time, so my pubes show through as well as my large basket. I don't know what a large basket is.
I don't know.
Probably balls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that.
The Gus, I think he means the guys. The Gus seem to love it, and I catch them starring at my basket regularly. When I was younger, my family didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't wear underwear at all. My dad had these 8 tracks of porn that I would listen to, and that's when I got my first hard-on. It was in a pair of soft cloth shorts. Listening to that porn and tugging my balls was the most fun I ever had as a kid.
Alright, so, you need to mention it, sir.
I still listen to those 8 tracks from time to time and have a good soft satin jerk. Wouldn't have it any other way, guys. And that's the end of it.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
This was great.
I have a question. What the fuck was that?
Oh, perfect question. Perfect question.
Can I kill myself?
Can I leave Earth now, please?
So, as you can tell, that guy is just, like, insanely creepy just from the sound of it. And so, he's 60 years old. When he was talking...
I know how he wants to die. he wants to be mummified in satin cloth.
So he can have a constant...
His entire body will have a hard-on.
He'll be like a satin mummy.
Oh my god.
I actually read a fan fiction like that once.
That's
Hell,
Satin mummy?
What the fuck do you read?
Satin mummy.
Please do tell.
Holy
The
shit.
night of the satin mummy!
There's this fan fiction I read. This mummy, she was wrapped in satin, and she came back from the dead, apparently.
Oh my god.
Because what else would a girl mummy wear? Silk?
Yeah, right.
Who needs silk?
No, they would wear polyester.
Now, do you guys want me to keep reading these, or does anyone else want to read?
Or
Does anybody want to read them?
Oh, I would.
I'll read one.
Poison our minds further.
Who wants to read the pee fetish?
Me, I'll do it. Really?
Was that Jamon? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Talk loud, Shimon.
Just call me DJ.
Yay.
DJ, sorry. Okay, DJ, I'm gonna need you to read this as clear as you can into your mic. I'm sending it right now.
I travel a lot, and I'm always pissing myself in hotel rooms. When I first started, I was nervous about being caught.
Still can't, man.
And I'm always pissing myself everywhere in hotel rooms. When I first started, I was nervous about being caught. I just pee a little under the bed or between the mattresses. Behind the dresser, Jesus spots on the floor that wouldn't make big puddles. One time, after me and a friend pissed all over the room, it smelled the next morning. I bought the Febreze over to clear it up.
That's something you casually said.
Half of it from Jake.
However, over the years, I've been much bolder, and I never heard from the hotel management about cleaning up my room, no matter how bad I sprayed them. Now I just piss whenever I want, all over the furniture and walls, in the drawers, all in the bad art hanging on the walls. It's just all good. I occasionally meet up with escorts and offer extra money for them to piss all over the room when they finish having sex. We never say no. One time.
That's it.
What was the end?
I have several questions.
So this guy, he had an extensive post history, but that was the best one. Was his introduction? He just pees in hotel rooms, and
that's a lot of that is on Tumblr.
He
Who
pays.
casually says that? Who
There's
casually
shit
says,
everywhere!
I just pissed all over the room, because that's a normal thing to do.
There's shit all over the walls!
Can I say?
The fuck kind of shit is this?
I feel slightly shamed for this man,
Yeah.
but I also feel like he has the balls to say that he has a urine
He
fetish.
dishonored his family.
No,
He must
he has
commit
some
to voodoo.
serious balls.
This one's really hard to read because this guy's grammatical errors are so bad. But this was
I'll
the
read
fun.
it.
Okay, it's very short, but see if you can read his grammatical errors as best you can. Josh, you said you wanted to read it, right?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me open up a chat. Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what the guy in the hotel room's at.
Ignore that.
Ignore me! Alright.
Ignore me!
Ignore me!
I'm going to make sure to read it in the grammatical errors as well.
Yes, please do. So this one comes from, it was a website all about a bunch of different fetishes, but this one in particular, the thread title was, it was about virgins, wanting to have sex with virgins. And this guy in particular, I don't think has ever had sex, period. Because he asks the group a question on his journey to find a virgin to have sex with.
I can already see the whole
Sounds like the story of the 4-year-old virgin, but worse.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready, Josh?
Yes. It's already just the first thing. Hey-ya, people. I'm just wondering what happens when a girl has sex first time. Because I got told that this meaty type of ball comes out of the vagina. I'm wondering if that is true. And if it ain't, then I want to know what happens to the vagina after sex. I'm going to have sex with Vikin, but I am just wondering, because I want to know when I do decide to have sex with her, and what to do with the ball if it comes out.
If you actually believe that,
10 year, go Sue!
if you actually believe that, then you're probably too young to have sex, and you should go back to sex ed.
See, I wondered if it was.
You see, you get spaghetti after you have sex.
See, I wondered if he was. I wondered if he was too young or if he's foreign and English isn't his primary language.
Oh, he's young.
Or if he's lived in a tree all his life.
See,
I love reading grammatical errors.
oh my god!
Is anybody familiar? There was this video. It was like a flash video from.
The end already.
There's more. I've got a couple more.
Yes, because it's already funny.
There's this video from Something Awful's Weekend Web where this guy was asking in Yahoo questions how a baby is formed, and then
my gosh,
the response was fucking hysterical. I'm gonna add the audio into this episode.
How is baby formed? How girl get pregnant? They need to do weigh-in stain mother. Who kill their babies because these baby can't flicks back? It was on the news this morning. A mother in who had killed her 3 kids. They are taking the 3 baby back to New York to lady to rest. My Barry are with the father who lost his children. I am truly sorry for your lots.
I think it's the funniest. I listen to it like once a week.
I'm pretty sure half of those are trolls because there was one, and it was a girl who said she was masturbating with an egg, and then it got caught inside her.
Yes,
and
yes.
Then, like, a few weeks later, it came out as a hard-boiled egg, and then she put it in the fridge, and then her dad ate it.
See, now that's the thing is I'm a little worried that some of these posts might be trolls. I don't know, but if they are,
the way you make a baby is that you get some confetti or spaghetti, and you put them under a 1,000 volt light bulb until the baby comes out.
I found a Yahoo answer that was kind of similar. It said, "My parakeet won't eat my diarrhea." Is this what? And then what? And then the answer, one person replied saying, "Why are you feeding your parakeet your diarrhea?" And then he replied, "That's not the question I asked."
That's worse than people making popsicles and cookies out of menstrual blood. That's worse than that.
Oh
my god. Well,
so don't give me red leaf.
That's gonna transition right into the next one. Now, I'm only gonna take a volunteer on this one if you feel you have the stomach.
Yes!
This is the cringe cast.
This one's really bad. I found this on a zit popping fetish forum.
That's a
thing.
That is a thing.
That's a thing.
Fuck!
Popping zits is a fetish.
Yes, let me do it, please.
Jix, do you want to do this one?
Yes!
Oh my god. Wait, the Joker?
Okay, now, really quick.
Thank you for the compliment.
Really quick. This one I had to edit because this one, honest to God, made me almost vomit when I read the whole thing. I had to cut out some of the worst parts and I condensed it down and it's still pretty long. But this one, no fucking joke. I've seen awful videos of death and gore. This almost made me vomit. So here we go, Jix. I'm sending it to you right now.
I have the okay, I'm going to read it.
Okay, go for it, Jix.
Do it.
Hiya, guys. I love zits in a really fucked up, nasty, vomit-inducing way. My grandma.
Are skeletons involved? Are the
Never was her face as a kid, so she has this really oily skin.
Hey, can I just say something?
Hey, hang on, Red. Let's let Jix get through this one.
Wait, I don't think you can.
I don't
get anywhere near it. Oh, God.
Breathe!
Breathe!
She let me squeeze her face when I was younger. But that's not why I'm posing. I have compulsive tendencies. When I start something I like, I can't stop. I used to flick my pubic hair.
At least he's not eating it.
Grandma is a slut.
But as you fine zit-popping people would know, you get zits after plucking hairs. I have zits everywhere, and lots of ingrown hairs too. I've never been good at fighting off infection, so they would always get infected. So this afternoon, I scratched my crotch.
Then he died of yeast infection. The end.
It was itching, and I noticed a bit of pain. I pulled down my pants and saw inflamed hair boiling cold. No biggie, I plucked the hair out and squeezed, but nothing came out. I grasped more skin and squeezed. Then a pop. A hard ball of puss like a frickin' stuff off my blood and splattered on my face. I kinda went into shock, cause I was shaking after the whole experience, but it felt so amazing.
Wow, so he had another cock on his crotch.
What?
What?
He has another cock on his crotch.
No, that was
I added that myself. What? I kinda went into shock cause I was shaking after the whole experience, but it felt so amazing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It happened again after another pocket of pus has been solved.
I can't believe I just said that.
Happy popping, everyone!
Okay, so...
Oh my god!
Fetish of the year.
What's the best fetish?
I have like 12 different questions.
Horrifying.
Really
I
quick.
laughed so much that tears came out of my eyes like a fucking waterfall.
Now, he further explained in his post, and I'm not going to get into the gory details because it was really disgusting.
I will read them.
That his pubic area was so scarred that from plucking out his own pubic hairs that his skin was hard to pop, like his skin had calloused over in a way. And so what he was finding was his zits were becoming these large like cysts, and they were getting.
Oh my god!
It was no joke. I could almost not get through it all. It was so bad.
So he
Yeah.
became an entire zit at the end of his life.
Basically.
It's already bad enough that some guys can skate.
Yeah.
I have read some disgusting.
Pretty damn brutal.
But that shit.
Right.
What the fuck?
And in the comments, people were responding, and they were like, "I love all the detail that you go into with your posts. They're so." And I was like, "This detail is gonna make me vomit." I was ready to puke.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
When I came to that hole, that pus came popping out, it sounded like he had another penis.
Yeah, I got it after he said it the second time.
Yeah. And now they said it the third time. Happy memories.
If I
The human zit cannon.
I'm confused how that becomes a fetish.
Yeah, I know, right? It's painful and gross.
Well, like the satisfaction of that kind of stuff I understand because like people like bubble wrap and stuff. But it's weird how people associate it with fetish.
Yeah. Now, the next one is kind of short, but I love it because at the very the last sentence doesn't make any sense, but it's so magical and hilarious to me. So that's why I added it on here. But the next one is a transformation fetish. Does anyone want to read this one?
I would.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Alright, so the title of this guy's thread, the username is That's What She Said, and the thread title was titled Bukkake Diet.
What? Bukkake Diet?
And he misspells bukkake like every single time he spells it differently every single time he puts it in his post. It's like I said, this one's really short, but the last sentence just, oh my god.
I'm already confused. I already have several questions.
Logging into my phone because my computer's taking too long.
Okay, that's fine.
Take a short time.
Well, the last one is called, if you guys listen to the episode or if you remember on my list, one of the fetishes on my list was called cuckolding.
Yeah.
And that
I
is...
think I know what you mean.
Oh, I remember that.
Right, it's the cuckolding. It's what it is it's a fetish of, like, let's say you're married and you want your partner to have sex with someone else while you watch, and then they humiliate you while they're having sex. You get off on that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard a fanfic about it as well with King of the Hill.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, go ahead, Clara.
1 second. Okay. I've fantasized about becoming a really fat girl humiliated for my weight, then put on a really strict diet. Then I planned several bukkake meets with my friends to serve at times when I can really pig out. I would be eating that semen like a possessed girl.
I agree.
Are they George Foreman if they're a grill?
I meant girl, sorry. Then when I reached acceptable weight levels, I had a big gangbang to celebrate. Bukkake should only be about humiliation, and it should also serve the community.
Okay, so that last sentence.
I just spit tea all over my monitor.
Fucking
Bukkake should serve the community.
Community with bukkake.
Alright, question 5.
Need to wipe my screen.
So the notion that bukkake should only be about humiliation and it should serve the community?
Everyone needs to be humiliated.
Oh my god.
I think there is a deeper meaning because I tried to say something witty, but I can't.
My mind can't comprehend what the fuck I just heard.
Me neither. Me neither.
Join the club.
Really
I
quick.
don't want to live on this planet.
For some reason, my laughing, I can't seem to laugh because my mind can't process this shit.
So, one thing that Clara and I kind of share is we hate fat humiliation.
I hate that.
It pisses me off to no end.
Yeah, same.
Fat
It's what
humiliation.
what it is. It's when you shame somebody for being fat.
Yeah, fat shaming, fat humiliation.
Okay, that's...
The fact that this guy gets off on fat humiliation is like...
How do you even...
Some people like that though. Some people like being shamed when they're... It's a fetish.
Man, I don't know.
No.
I mean,
Is it humiliation a fetish?
It is.
It could be, yeah, so...
Yeah, anything could be a fetish.
yeah, there is humiliation fetishes and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess I kind of like it to an extent, like...
Probably got to do with
just like teasing. Like teasing
Right.
stuff.
Right.
But like being like really mean, that's
Hey, Savolio! Hey,
Hi.
Oh, hi.
But there are people who like that shit.
Personally, I fucking hate fat shaming and fat humiliation like that. So for someone to fetishize it, it kind of kind of pissed me off. But the fact that this guy is like a fetish on a fetish on a fetish. Not only does he want to be transformed into a girl, he wants to be a fat girl, and then he wants to be humiliated for being a fat girl, then put on a diet of only eating cum, and then after all that, have a big gangbang when he's finally thin.
Just the whole.
I mean, there are people who like that shit. Like, there are people who like being humiliated like that.
Yeah, like I think I mentioned this in the last podcast, but there's this fucked up shit that some people that they like. It's called small cock humiliation.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yeah.
And some people really get off to that shit apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm more disgusted by fat shaming than I am with small cock humiliation. I don't know why.
I got a little dick, it's pathetic.
Because it's something more personal, because a lot of people are that way.
Yeah, I guess.
And
But
it's
there are a
more
lot
of a
of guys-
sensitive topic.
There are a lot of guys with below average penises.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you go out laugh at them.
Seth is like that.
For example,
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Can't hear you, DJ.
This
I
guy.
just said there are probably people out there with probably like small vaginas or tits. Why shame for that?
People do shame that.
Yeah.
I'm just
You
gonna
know go on
comment.
hentai sites and see that shit? Not so much vagina, that's kind of weird, but like the small tit fucking thing that has like its own category.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I never really heard of a small vagina. I'm just saying.
Me neither.
I'm just saying as an example.
I've heard of a big vagina.
Yeah. Not having a small
big vagina?
is a good thing.
Hey, guys, should we inform Jessica as what we're talking about exactly?
Sure. In the previous podcast about fetishes, I came across several different forums of people sharing their fantasies and their stories of, like, this is my fetish, and I have done this, or I want to do this, and we are reading some of the most unusual posts that I've found that are...
You missed the best one, the urine.
You think that was the best one? I think the best one was the pimple one.
Yeah.
What
Golden
about
showers.
the guy who's like, does a meatball come out of their vagina?
Okay.
That one was good, okay, that one was
That was pretty fucking good.
I only have one more, and that's the cuckolding fetish.
Oh,
so I
God.
don't know if anybody wants to read it, or if you guys want me to read this one.
Just, you read it.
Okay.
Why you guys say it so aggressively like that? Damn.
Sorry. Just saying, like,
I'm joking, I do that.
okay.
So again, cuckolding is having your partner have sex with somebody else.
And then they shame you for it.
Yes, exactly.
Can I mention something really quick?
Sure.
Sure.
I knew about cuckolding before, but I found this really weird show. It's a reality show called Gigolos. Does anybody know what gigolos are?
I think
They're male sugar babies.
Oh, okay.
What the hell are those?
So yeah, they're young men, and they get basically paid to date older women. And this one guy, he's dating this one girl, his sugar mama, and she and her husband have an open relationship. And apparently, her husband really gets off of watching his wife have sex with other guys, and then like hiding out. Like one time, they were about to have sex, and this was on TV. And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, my husband is going to watch us have sex while he's hiding in the closet." And then he's like, "What's your husband's name?" And then she's like, and then something from the closet goes, "My name's John."
Alright, John.
And he's like, "Oh, hi, John." He's like, "Oh, hi, John." He goes, "Hi there." And he's like, I'm gonna fuck your wife, John." And he goes, "Good." And then he's in the sex and he's like,
See, I think it would be funnier if he was like giving him drinking how to fuck his wife the right way.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Be like, oh, you're not doing it right. You gotta stick it deep, like deeper, go deep. Oh yeah, worse like that. Yeah.
Claire, you actually reminded
all
me.
the things that he's gonna be able to do that he won't. It's like, I'm gonna fuck your wife, then I'm gonna make a sandwich using the things you bought.
Oh my god.
Has anybody heard of the website called efucked.com?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Don't go there. Don't go there. If you
Don't go to bestgore.com either.
He Fucked is all about really, really messed up porn, and there's this one video that he uploaded, which was kind of like what Claire is talking about. This really scrawny old guy would pay other people to come in and have sex with his wife, and then this guy would get off watching it. But the reason that this guy uploaded it to his website is because when the dude would come, and I'll add in the audio. I wish I could play it right now, but I can't. He would scream really loud when he would come. So, it's seriously like he's jacking off watching his wife have sex, and he starts screaming when he orgasms, and the guy that's having sex with his wife just looks up at him like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What is going on with this guy?" Because he's just like,
He's going Super Saiyan masturbation technique. Number 25, go!
He's going all the Dragon Balls. He's going Super Saiyan.
You know what? Dragon masturbation ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
It was the funniest. So I'll add in that audio when I'm editing this.
Oh God.
But okay. So I'm gonna run through this one because I got about 20 minutes left until I got to take off. So, all right. So this is the cuckolding fetish. This is a website dedicated just to cuckolding, and this guy he didn't have a username on the post that I saw. The thread title was "First Time and Loving It." So I'm gonna read the first part, and then the second part. Now I will warn you right now, the second part got really racist, but I cut out all the racist stuff. So if you want to read,
how racist are we talking about?
He got really racist in his post.
I mean, like, what race is he going against?
Black people.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly okay with it.
No.
Okay.
Start.
All right. So anyway, this is his first post, which is pretty tame, and then it gets insane. So he says, "My wife of 44 years just left me to meet up with her 23-year-old boyfriend. He texted her while we were eating supper. He wanted her to meet up with him. He then asked how late she could stay out. She said, until I go to work in the morning. I have a feeling it's going to be an all-nighter. They have never stayed out really late before. She has natural DD tits, even at 16 when she was 90 pounds. And she left here braless wearing a tight white t-shirt. She never go out braless, so it was fun to see her leave that way. The boy is a big tall guy who make all women go crazy. My wife just melts over him. Lastly, he fucks her hard with vigor.
Vigor will stop what you could do.
He is a real fuck machine.
Damn, this sounds like 5 Ever, but worse. This sounds like 5 Ever, the sequel.
I'm so excited. Can't wait till she gets home and tells me all about it. Okay, so
and then there is Skeleton.
So a couple of people posted. He never responded. Like everyone was asking in the posts, how did it go? Tell us more details. We want to know what's going on. And so it was about a month later. He finally updates this. Okay. Now again, I cut out a lot of stuff here, but okay. He responds again with, "My wife, 44 years, is hooked on black cock thanks to the hood. When Tyrone..." Oh my god, sorry. "When Tyrone Juwan started fucking my wife, my life changed. The only cocks I ever sucked were in grade school."
Why is it that the whole life change bit sounded like the start of like a TV show? That day my life changed with a black penis.
Then everything changed when Fire Nation attacked.
"Now I'm making up for lost time. He came to the house to screw her, and I was doing laundry dressed in a pink tank top and blue thong. My wife...
Yay!
I can't.
My wife told me to answer the doorbell. He told her to give him her panties, and real quick, I cut this part out, but I'll say it. I don't agree with this. He said when he let Tyrone Jawan come in, it reminded him of King Kong walking into the doorway.
That's racist!
So
So he was a disgusting beast.
Wow. Yeah, so that was his first racist drop. He drops a couple of N-bombs later, but I cut those out. So anyway, he has now entered their home, and he says, he told her to give him her panties and wait for him in the bathroom. She followed directions like a good girl, and he turned to me and said, I want this fuck to last a long time. Suck me off. I cut this part out, but he goes into about 4 paragraphs explaining how he sucked this guy's dick.
And he's saying like it's a normal thing. That's the best part.
Constantly saying, I sucked this N-word's dick, and he slapped me with his giant N-word hand. And I was just like,
see, it would be funnier if he said he pulled out his cock and then you start slapping him across the face with it, saying that's not how you do it. Your wife will probably do it better.
Okay, so this is the last part. I cut out right where Tyrone Jawan finishes in the guy's throat.
Oh.
And he says, there was jizz all up in my throat, all over me, all over Tyrone Jawan's pants. I threw up on his shoes, and he said that was the worst blowjob I've ever had.
See? Oh my goodness.
Hang on. He grabbed my left hand, and he broke my ring finger.
If you like, they should put a ring on it.
Then he went into the bathroom and spent the night with my wife. I cried and masturbated with my hurt hand while he fucked her. That's it!
Kudos to you, bro. Kudos to you.
Now, he doesn't go into detail about watching Tyrone Jawan fuck his wife. All the detail is spent on him sucking this guy's dick.
Damn, that's... So, instead of talking about how your wife was being fucked by a black man, he goes in detail about sucking his big black cock. Perfect logic.
Logic. How does it work?
Well, it got really, really graphic, especially with the blowjob part. And I was like, I don't think I want to read the entire descriptive essay on his elaborate blowjob.
See, even I know my limits.
Cheating on you.
Wait, I got this. Oh, my wife cheated on me. I better give this black guy a big, nice blowjob before he does it. He's gonna be the best blowjob in the world. He can't have anything else.
There's this thing in South Korea where you could watch people eat.
Mukbang.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and they're called BJs.
BJs. Broadcast jockeys.
Yep.
I've heard of those.
I watched a documentary about it. I was like, I want to get fucking paid to eat.
I don't know if those are fetishes though.
Some of them are and some of them aren't. Some people watch them because they just like watching them because it's eating together in Korea is like a thing, and it's like not shame, but it's like weird eating alone. And then I think a lot of people watch it because they do enjoy watching attractive people eat.
Or if like you were on a diet and you watch a live broadcast and you're eating because usually these people like they eat 5 bowls of ramen or just like huge amounts of food.
Yep.
And if you're on a diet and you're just having your cardboard chicken with rice, you would feel satisfied, like almost you ate all that unhealthy food.
But I still think why it's so popular is because of fetish people.
Yeah.
Probably.
They might watch the food like, oh man, this carrot is so good, but then they watch it and just like, oh my god, those ramen, oh yeah.
That's a pretty damn hot ramen.
The thing is, there are 2 types of mukbang / DJs. They're the ones that are like insanely good looking, and apparently the guys, they work out like hardcore. They eat like tons of food and then work out for like 4 hours every day. And then there are ones that, I guess by societal standards, are not very good looking. Some of them are a little chubby and stuff, but they are super real and they are super like unnaturally excited when they open up their food. Like literally, when they open up their food, they're like, or either that or they're like.
Why did they become guinea pigs? They became
pay good money for it. Why not?
That's a good
Claire,
impression.
do you watch them?
Watch those?
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about it. I watched something called Eat Your Kimchi on YouTube, and
Yes, Eat Your Kimchi.
Eat Your Kimchi.
I like K-pop and everything, so I watch them.
I like Japanese and Korean and stuff.
Okay.
And then
we gotta get back to the topic. We'll bond later.
Well, Jesse mentioned in the comments about with the whole cuckolding thing, saying that it's in one of her Japanese animes. I came across this hentai series. I told Jix about it a couple weeks. I think it was like over a month ago. That I came across this hentai series where I was really attracted to the girl, so I was like, hey, I want to know more about it. And the whole purpose of the anime and the game is you're in love with this girl, but she won't have sex with you. She'll only have sex with other guys, and she forces you to film it. And then when she finally does have sex with the character, she leaves him. And when I watched it seriously broke my heart watching it. I was like,
oh my, that one!
Oh, that's
God.
Yeah.
That's one thing with the gun.
Nail and Bale.
I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, I have a question. Oh yeah, so right now, I'm playing Darksiders 2, and while playing, I actually have this question, right? Like, do people have, like, fetishes or, like, fantasies about having sex with death or something?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I'm sure he does.
Of what?
No, but do you mean, like, the aspect of death itself, like the Grim Reaper or something?
Yeah, like like that.
Oh man.
Like in The Sims, you can have sex with the Grim Reaper.
I'm getting my lunch.
Yeah, for example.
It's called a Sims fetish.
Yeah, because
like Deadpool.
Yeah, like Deadpool! Yeah, her relationship with death.
I was gonna say, in Marvel Comics, Thanos is in love with death. And, like, the whole reason he wants to get the Infinity Gauntlet is because he wants Death to notice him. But Death is hot.
Notice me, Death Senpai. Just like my animes.
It's a game, actually.
Since Jesse joined kind of late, Jesse, is there anything that you wanted to share with everyone regarding fetishes, whether it's fetishes of your own or fetishes that we don't understand? Sorry to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. She says, fetishes are awesome and healthy, and be proud of your fetishes. Yes, I agree.
In all caps.
In all caps. Now, one thing that I was talking to everyone about before Jix and Jesse joined, I actually kind of want the fetish cast to be a regular thing. Like, if we have little mini episodes like this from now on.
Jesse just
that would be good.
Gender bending, mind control / hypno stuff. That's nice. That's what she's saying.
I like gender bending. I used to have a huge obsession with gender bending, but not as like a fetish. I would draw like certain cartoon characters as the opposite sex and whatnot.
Yeah.
And create my own stories with them.
I'm like 85% sure one of my OCs came from gender bending.
Yeah.
You know what? That reminds me of something. I made this picture on DeviantArt. My OC, Mr. Ed. I made him as a girl.
Uh-huh.
And apparently people really like that.
Gender bending's a huge thing in our community, and I actually want to devote an entire episode to gender bending when I find whatever guest wants to talk about it in the community segment. I have a lot of things that I want to share about it, because even though gender bending isn't like a fetish for me, I find gender bending like incredibly interesting. And you know, one of the topics that I want to cover is I actually want everyone to talk about what they would do if they were a different gender. Because, be honest, everybody's thought about it. Every single person has thought about it. If I were the opposite gender.
Oh my god.
Or if this cartoon character was opposite gender. And now they have Neil Talia as the gender-bended Natalia. Ooh, my!
Chris joined us, yes. Chris, I'm sorry, we're cutting it short. I'm gonna have to end it soon. But
coming in at the very end.
I'm sorry, man.
It's alright. Don't worry about it.
Since Chris joined us kind of late, and he wasn't a part of the previous fetish cast, Chris, are there any fetishes that you want to share? Because I know that you actually wanted to talk about them in your episode, and we didn't have time.
Yeah, I'd rather not share them at this time. Maybe some other time. Maybe some other time.
No, that's fine. We're gonna do another fetish cast in the future, so.
Yeah, maybe on that one.
Fetish cast.
Okay, Clarence should say that right at the start and the end, because that sounds real good.
Fetish cast.
Perfect. I will cut that out.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I like that. Oh, this toss!
Yeah.
Alright, well, guys, I have to wrap things up and I have to take off. Is there anything else that you guys want to cover before we end the episode?
Make sure to brush behind your ears.
Okay. Brush your teeth after every meal?
No. Make sure to brush behind your teeth.
Fuck your teeth. Just brush behind your ears.
Yeah, brush behind your ears and clean in front of your teeth. Just your lips, not your teeth.
Don't be a slut. Wash your butt.
Drink plenty of drugs.
Yes. Drink plenty of drugs.
Don't drink alcohol.
Stay in milk. Don't do school.
Here's what I want to say. Beware of the yandere.
That's really good.
Because they will totally not murder you. They'll give you nice flowers. Yes. Nice flowers. That's what they do.
I'm gonna give Jessie the final words, and she says, "Always create a gender-bended version of your OCs."
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have to take off. Thank you all so much for joining, and
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Stay safe.